How to multiply a decimal number by 10, 100 and 1000. Suppose we have a decimal number 1.2738645 and 5. Let's say this is our decimal number 1.2738645 and it is being multiplied with 10. Okay. How many zeros we have in 10? We have 1 0. Okay. And our decimal point is here in this number. So the way you will do this is that 1 0 we have in 10. So you will move this decimal point, one time towards the right, only one time, and will place after that digit. So in this case, if you move this decimal point one time towards the right, then this decimal point will come after 2. So your answer will be 12 point. Why? Because it will jump one time towards the right and come after this 2. So 12.738645. Same number again, 1.2738645 and 5 is being multiplied with 100. Okay, how many zeros we have in 100? We have 2 zeros. Your decimal point is here. So in this case you have 2 zeros. It means that this decimal point will jump or move towards the right 2 times. So first time and then second time. So first time it will come after 2, then second time it will come after 7. So the answer will be 127. One jump, second jump, point, decimal point here, and this is 3888645. Okay, 1.27, same number, 38645 and with 1000. Okay, how many zeros we have in 1000? We have 3 zeros. We have our decimal point here. Our decimal point is here. Okay, so we have 3 zeros. Our decimal point is here. We will jump or move this decimal point 3 times towards the right. So this is the first time, this is second time, and this is third time. So after third digit it will come here. So 1273, that is 1273 point, right? This will come here, 8, 6, 4 and 5, right? Okay, so you can see that in every case, in this case it was 1 0, it moved towards the 1 point one time. In this case we had 2 0, so 1 and 2, it came after 2 digits. In this case we had 3 zeros, so it came after 1, 2 and 3 digits. Same thing you can continue with 10,000, when you can continue with 1 lakh, 10 lakhs. So let me show you. Same number, 1.2738645 is multiplied with, let's say, 10,000. So how many zeros we have here? We have 4 zeros. Okay, so our decimal point is here. It means that this decimal point will move towards the right 4 times, or it will jump 4 times towards the right. That is, it will be placed after the 4th digit, right? So after the 4th digit. So first jump after the first digit, after second digit, after third digit, and then after 4th digit. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you'll count those many digits as we have this number of zeros here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 7, 3, 8, then point. So 12,738.645. Same number, 1.2738645 with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It means you're multiplying with 1 lakh. So how many zeros we have here? We have 5 zeros. Okay, we have 5 zeros. It means that your decimal point is here. It will move towards the right 5 times. That is, it will be placed after the 5th digit from the right to the decimal point. After the 5th digit to the right of this decimal point. So first jump, second jump, third, fourth, and this 5th. That is, you have to count 5 digits after the decimal point. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So number of zeros will tell you how many digits you have to count after this decimal point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It will be placed after 6. So this is 1, 2, 7, 3, 8, 6.45. Okay. So let me take this out. Suppose we have 2.3 and 2.3 multiplied by 10. Okay, our decimal point is here. We have 1 0 in 10. It means that this decimal point will move towards the right and will be placed after the first digit to the decimal point, towards the right of the decimal point. So this will be 23 point. Now you can clearly see that in these examples, when we were placing the decimal point, we had some digits after this decimal point. Like in this case, when the decimal point moved after 2, we had some digits. In this case, when decimal point moved towards the right of the 7, we had some digits. But in this case, you can see that we don't have any digit after 3. So what you will do? Put a 0 here. That is, decimal point after moving towards the right of this decimal point, that is taking one jump and being placed after 3, is 23.0. This number tells you that actually at the 10th place you have 0 at the 10th place, and this number can be written as simply as 23. This number can be written as simply as 23. 23.0 means what? At the 10th place you have 0. That means nothing. So if it means that you have 23. What if it was 2.3 multiplied with by 100? Now in this case you have 2 zeros, okay, and our decimal point is here. So this decimal point will move towards the right and will be placed after the second digit. It will move 2 times towards the right. It means that it will be placed after 2 digits from towards the right of this decimal point. So you can see here we have only one digit. And we don't have any other digit. So what you will do in this case is simply write 2, 3, right? So your decimal point was supposed to jump 1 time and the second time, but we don't have any other second digit here. Place a 0 here and then put this decimal point here. Now this case can be written as 230 only. Why? Because 230.0 means that at the 10th place we have nothing, we have 0. It means it's 230 only. I'm repeating again. If you are moving your decimal point towards the right, and if you are planning to, if you have to place decimal point after that many digits as you have number of times of 0, then in that case, if you don't have any other digit, simply put 0. Okay. If this is 22.3 times 1000, so this is your decimal point. This decimal point, and in this case you have 3 zeros. It means that this decimal point has to be moved towards the right 3 times, right? 1 time, 2 time, and 3 time. But you can see that it means that you have to place the decimal point after 3 digits towards the right. But in this case you have only one digit. It means that since you have only one digit, you will place two zeros after that. You will place two zeros after that. Just we did what we did here. So 2, 3, 0 and 0, then decimal point will come here and you'll place a 0 here, right? 3 zeros, but we have only one digit, so this one digit and place with two zeros. This can be written as 2, 3, 0, 0 only, because at 0.0 means at the tens place you have 0. If you have 2.3 times 10,000, this will be, decimal point is here. You have 10,000. You have 4 zeros. It means that your decimal point has to move 4 times towards the right. It means that your decimal point should come after the 4th digit to the right of the decimal point, after the 4th digit. But in this case you have only one digit, so it has to be placed after 4 digits, but you have only one digit. It means that you'll place 3 zeros after 3. So 2, 3, right? You have to place 3 zeros, 1, 2 and 3. So you have your decimal point was supposed to move after the 4th digit. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 point here, and this is here. It can be written as 23,000. Okay, let's take one more. What if your number was 0.23 multiplied with 10? So your decimal point is here. Okay, your decimal point is here. How many zeros we have in 10? We have 1 zeros. It means that this decimal point will be placed after the first digit to the right of the decimal point. The digit that is to the right, the first digit, that the decimal point will come after that. It means it will move only one time. So this will be equal to 0, 2. This decimal point will come after 2, 0, 2.3. What if it was 0.23 multiplied by 100? In this case, your decimal point is here. How many zeros we have in 100? We have 2 zeros. It means that your decimal point will come after the second digit to the right of the second digit to the right of this decimal point. So how many digits do we have after decimal point? 1 and 2. So this is 0, 2, 3, and decimal point will come here. Since we don't have any other digit after 3, it means you'll simply place a 0 there, right? Now this is 023.0. It means what? It's nothing else but 23 only, because this point 0 tells you that at the tens place you have 0. That means nothing. And if before, to the left of the 2 you have 0, it makes nothing, that at the hundreds place you have 0 only. So this is 23, right? Now if it was 0.23 and let's say 1000, what you will do? Same thing. You have decimal point here. In 1000 you have 3 zeros. You have 3 zeros. It means that your decimal point will come after the 3rd digit that is to the right of this decimal point. Count 3 digits from the right of to the right of the decimal point and place your decimal point there. But you can clearly see that you have only 2 digits of a decimal point. Same thing will be done here. So 0, 2, 3. We have only 2 digits. Place 1 0 and put your decimal point then here and then 0.0. Now this is what? This is at the tens place. This is actually, it can be written as 0, 2, 3, 0, right? Because decimal point, after decimal point we have 0. It means that at the tens place we have 0. And even this can be written as only 230, because it's telling you that at the thousands place you have 0 only. So this is nothing else but 230 only, right? Last time, if it is 0.23 and let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Let's say you have total 9 zeros. So you have total 9 zeros and your decimal point is here. It means that your decimal point has to move towards the right 9 times. It will move towards the 9 times. That is, it will be placed after the 9th digit that is towards the right of decimal point. After decimal point, count 9 digits and place your decimal point after that. But you can see that you have only 2 digits. You have only 2 digits after decimal point. It means that you will need 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 zeros. 7 zeros, and these 2 digits will make what? It will make 9 digits that can be used to place a decimal point. So this is 0, 2, 3, right? 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then put your decimal point here and this point will come here. Now this is nothing else. You can ignore this decimal point because we have 0 here. So this is 0, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 zeros. Again, you can ignore this 0 because it's telling you that before this 2 is 0. That doesn't make any sense. So this is 2, 3 and 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so this is the way to multiply decimal numbers with 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh. All you have to do is simply count the number of zeros. When you count the number of zeros, then you have to move your decimal point those many times towards the right. That is, you have to place your decimal point after those many digits that are the number of digits that are equal to number of zeros. So place after them, and if you don't have any digit, just use those many zeros.